Jolan True, welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another of my after hospital recovery videos. And of course, I will continue my little update series here today with another officer of the Battleship Retaliation Squad, a rare officer this time, and that is Icheb. As usual, let's have a look at the basics. He's class engineering, which means you need engineering badges to upgrade him. He is from the group Battleship Retaliation Squad, which means if he's on the bridge, he can give synergy to a captain of that group, which would be Specialist 7. And he is from the faction Federation. That means you need Federation credits to upgrade him. And if you haven't seen Voyager, then you might want to read the info text here in the info box. There's always a text about every officer in this box. And if you don't know Icheb, you can learn about him if you haven't seen Voyager. There's still some people out there that haven't seen Voyager, I learned. So, don't know why, but those people exist, I learned. And so, for those, I just say, just read the text and you know who Icheb is. As you could already hear, he does not have a captain maneuver, but officer ability and below deck ability. And the officer ability is protective instinct. Against players with hull breach, Icheb increases your apex barrier by 5,500, and that will be 12,500 at rank 5 for 4 rounds each time you score a hit. And that's once per weapon only, but it's still cumulative. And that can quite sum up. If you have 12,500, you know, apex barrier 10,000 means that you can take double the amount of damage. So that could be very helpful. And the hull breach he needs is, of course, already brought by Specialist 7 as captain. Or you can combine him with other hull breach officers. So then you just don't have the synergy, which is not always the most important part. That is quite nice as a help. The problem is that the crew itself, the main PvP crew with Specialist 7 and Icheb, has the limitations of the captain again, that it's only working against battleships properly, and that's why it's not one of my favorite PvP crews. So I'm not using them at the moment, and I have better crews with Strike Team, with Veyun, with Ducat, with Freeman, with the Mirror crew, and so these newer crews. And you have, if you've seen all my videos, you have heard me say that more often, are not my favorites. But he also has a below deck ability that's Purity of Will. And on round start against players, if on a ship with no state applied, each ship increases your isolated cascade damage by 70% for 3 rounds. That's also cumulative and will be 140% at rank 5. But that would be a great thing. I said that in the preview video about him already. If this no state stuff wouldn't be there. First of all, on my good crews, I want morale on my own ship. And so I do apply morale on my own ship. If the bridge crew doesn't do it, I have Harry Kim below deck. And that would prevent this ability. And on the other hand, enemies always want to apply a state to your ship. So hull breach, burning, assimilate, and that would prevent Icheb as well. So this sounds really great as an ability, but this limitation once again. Yeah, it's as bad with the captain. So there are other crews from these retaliation squads which are great below deck, but he has this limitation again. So I'm quite disappointed what Scopely did to Icheb here, I must say. But as a rare officer, he also has 2 traits for away teams, assimilated and dedicated. But now the officer that I have not such a big use for has not the best traits for away teams either, because assimilated anyway I have a lot, and dedicated I have a number 2, so there are more rare ones with the other officers from the retaliation squads. I honestly have to say that I don't have so much use for Icheb on my ships, to be honest. Maybe you see that differently, then I'm quite curious what you will say about Icheb, but we will see. But still, if you are still missing him, it's always good in the end to have all officers together. There is a new way of sourcing for him too, and for this, once again, we go to the expanded Section 31 faction store, and if we scroll down there, you also will find Icheb. But next to his name, once again, is this blue solo, which means that it's limited to players Ops 45 plus to get him. If you want to get him, you can get 1, 3, or 5 chests. That equals 1, 3, or 5 charts for Icheb. And the prices, if you take more chests than one, are fine. It's not like with other things where the prices rise exponentially. If you take more than one chest, that's fine here. But you need the Section 31 access keys. And that means it's only available Ops 45 plus, because the access keys you only can get via the solo wave defenses, and they are only accessible for players Ops 41 plus. And some might not like it, but still, you know that in the future, if you're not on those Ops levels yet, you will know that you have a chance to use it then. And so it's still a good thing. I'm quite happy that Scopely expanded the Section 31 faction the way they did. And Icheb will not be one of my main things to get there, but it's still really nice that I know where to get so many new things. If you want to tell me your opinion about Icheb, as I said, you may completely disagree with me, then please do that in the comments below the video and on Discord. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.